Nostalgia on this site. This was the first site I ever worked permanent, class 1. I got sent here today. I walked around to get to the canteen while they tip, checking out equipment. They've kept up with their equipment, no lie. This is a rolling 2020s Renault 2020s. In this place, it's so funny. This was the place where you had your own unit every day, same unit, so you could put your name on it. And I'm saying, I'm recognizing drivers. Recognizing people from the gate man to certain drivers, to the person in the canteen where I just went to pick this juice, water. Also ate some lunch. Out of here to the next one. I saw people who I haven't seen for like 10 years, same face. You don't even used to stop with them, but you remember the face. There's something about it. Let me just get my hands free. This was my first class 1 job, permanent. VHL. I did it for 2 years straight. So it's tracking working in 2020. 2020. Tricky one. Started with the COVID. By March, everything was paralyzed. That's 6 months ago. March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah. August. That's 6 months. Exactly 6 months from when the lockdown began. 6 months ago. Luckily, things are now open. Everything is open, but the economy is not kicking us as normal. Not yet. But I wanted to talk about trucking as something key, something very key. The land pilots, truckers are the land pilots. We're really piloting almost planes. What's the volume of these vehicles? You've seen the way the trailers are when they're lined up. You know? Why I'm saying this is airline pilots are in a problem at the moment. Airline pilots, much as I used to admire that profession, is a dream profession. In fact, I used to say my son should do piloting. That's what I've been talking about my son doing piloting. Is something I dreamt for, something I wanted him to do. But imagine how the things have switched so much. There's a pilot who was talking on LBC. I think he works somewhere in Europe. He's a British pilot. And with this crisis, what has happened to him is now working. He's being paid just like an agency driver. Do you know how much they're paying him? They're paying him £150 per flight. And he said he's ending up doing 3 flights a week, £450 a week. This is not a made-up story. This was on LBC. Someone was talking from Europe. Yes, they're flying with a small. I don't remember what airline it was. But you imagine that airline pilot, all the training, all the risk. How you have to be intelligent. You have to be proper intelligent to get onto that. You can't get there when you are mediocre. You cannot. Piloting, I will not lie to you. I've got friends who are personal friends, people we were in school with, who are pilots, airline pilots. One of them is a captain, actually. I have others who are just flying planes around. I got a couple of people I know flying planes, maybe 5 people. 5 people in my phones. So I'm just expressing my I'm just saying we are with you. We are with you in the prayers to get back your profession and your jobs going. My going on depends on that, opening airports. Even I, being a frequent flyer, I'm going through it, but what I decided was just to carry on rather than be all unhappy because I can't go home, and so I'm just going on. Once they open, I'll do it. I will do it. It was urgent, but I am just going with the flow. If I can't travel, then I need to work, don't I? Need to carry on until they open up. But yeah, feeling so sorry for airline pilots, especially those maybe who have just passed. If you've just tried to start an airline pilot career, and you know they pay loads of money to get that training. They pay loads of money. Those are professions I always investigated about. Airline pilots, BA pilots, we used to hear they were earning about, say, 100,000. And then they needed what? 60,000 for training. Imagine if you found 60,000 through whatever means. Okay, and then done it, and now the fiasco has started. You can't join, you can't work, you can't. We're all waiting. And even if it opens, when will it catch up? How long will it take before it catches up? Countries open, and then businesses, even affordability to go away now is dropping amongst the masses. You can't really go away because the economy is funny. What job you're doing, maybe you don't want to even take time off anymore because it's barely ticking over. But trucking is needed. We are needed. Whether there is a disease, whether there is a war, truckers are needed to bring the supplies on the road. That's why truckers, we used to be put down a lot, but now people are beginning to see the essential part that we play. We want to be included on them priority lists in the banks or everywhere else that they help key workers. We want to be included on those. My big one is the one that they put in nurses, yeah? Nurses, doctors, well, doctors are well far off, but nurses, where you put a nurse, you should put a truck driver. Nurses, sometimes those years, they used to know that they were given priority in buying cheap houses. There are houses that they supplied cheaper and easier terms. We truckers have got to get favored as well. Because the role we're playing now is very clear. There is nothing that don't come on a truck. That one we've had before. Even crisps, even a pack of crisps comes in a truck. A drink comes in a truck. Food comes in a truck. Fruits come in a truck. What doesn't come in a truck? Yeah? Even importing a car comes in a truck. A truck. That's why we have to start respecting truckers. And that's why I'm going to tell you, is it still very worth it in 2020? Once they open, I think they have now opened up the exam centers. Go to the driving schools, put your money in. When you finish, you're going to be with a job for life as well. You ask me, it was the most intelligent thing that I ever done in my early 20s was to think of trucks and then to start trading at 25 and to have it all done by 26. That was the wisest thing I've ever done. And up to now, I know that it was the wisest thing I ever done. I did university that was different, but this was the best choice. It is set up for life. It's just you decide if you want to work at night or day, if you want to do long distance, local, if you want to do small hour loads, big loads, it's up to you. But wow, trucks. And you know what? Where I come from, being a truck driver, I'm even laughing. Being a truck driver is not something. It's not something posh. It's not something. How can I say it? You wouldn't go to a pub and start telling people I'm a truck driver. Maybe in my circles, because of, you look where I went. I went to uni, I went to school, I did everything. So in my circles, to be honest, if you're a trucker in Africa, in my circles of people who I grew up with, yeah, you wouldn't want to mention it. You wouldn't want to mention it. So that's, imagine that, the impression. Even in this country, by the way, I'm going to tell you one story. Even in this country, there are certain circles where if you're a truck driver, you don't want to, they don't want to hear from you. You're so down below, so down. They put you down because you look a dumb in it. You just get the machine and drive it slowly and take the goods. And we look like mugs sometimes. I'll tell you a story, yeah? We're not too far from the next one, but I think I can fit in the story. Listen. One day I was delivering in central London on a night shift. Weekend night shift. I recognized someone who I knew. They were out on a party with a group of friends. Yeah? This was a girl who I knew around my university. Yeah? She didn't go to the same uni, but I knew her around the time. When I saw her with a group of friends in central London, they were having fun. Yeah? Me, I'm in the truck. The instinct was to hoot and holler. Hey, hello. You know, that was the instinct. I didn't think of anything. Okay? I hooted and shouted her name, hello, yeah, trying to catch her attention. She was in a group of people, like say, there were maybe 6, 7, 5 girls or something. The girl looked at me, she just looked that way. She proper ignored me, proper pretended that she didn't know me. I know this girl properly and she saw me properly. Okay? But what did she do? When she was with her friends from her work groups, yeah? This girl is an office worker. Okay? She works in the city. I don't want to get into detail what she does and so on. But once she recognized me, what she decided to do was what Peter did to Jesus. She denied me. She denied that she knew me. Okay? I screamed, hello, with her name. She just looked that way and pretended that she didn't know me. I couldn't believe it. Okay? After my shift, the next day, I thought, I even had her number. Even had her number. The next day, I sent her a message. And then she said, nah, it was not me. I did not go anywhere. I wasn't out anywhere. You know, from that day, I knew the impression that we give as truckers. It was a nice reminder. If you work in the office, okay, you're an office worker, you catch a train every day or you drive, whatever you do. City workers, they don't really drive to work. They have to catch a train, they have to catch a train. Now, those guys, they feel a bit different from us. But you look at the figures. You may work in there, you're assistant of whoever. Okay, you don't have a key role, you haven't done nothing, you haven't reached right up there. You mate, or you mate. But the truck driver who you're putting down, because he's looking smelly, he's looking tired, yeah, he's looking, I don't know what, he's secure. His future is secure. Do you know how many guys in the banks right now, in the bank zone, yeah, right now, who are so scared of their lives? They were given furlough, but the system now needs less workers. People are losing jobs left, right, and center. From 6-figure jobs to 0. Now, city workers, they happen like what? Every day, every other day, they're happening. I shouldn't talk about them like they all do. That's the culture though. They meet every other time. Friday, let's all go out. If you're not careful, those guys actually have no other side businesses. Many times they don't have no other side thing that they do. They get paid, they go and get plastered, go back home. In the morning, they're right there again. Okay? What's gonna happen? You're still putting down a truck driver. You still don't want to recognize a truck driver because you're with your mates. You know what? Me, I don't know. I was trained not to mind. I'm looking for what is in my wallet. Nowadays, I'm interested, not even nowadays, from long ago. What I want is what is in my wallet and what's in my bank. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what impression I'm giving. If I have good credit and I have money in the bank, the rest I don't give a toss about. I swear to you, I don't care. Nah, I don't care. Truckers, yeah, they will look at you like, you look like what? Our positioning, impression-wise, is a funny position. But those who know the detail are the ones who know that truckers are fine. Truckers are fine. A trucker will go and do 3 days and he'll earn more than a person who's done 6 days or 5 days. How bad is it? The same guys who are in the city putting us down can't recognize us. Many times they're earning less than us. If we do full shifts, yes, we will work like mad because we do so many hours. That's the nature of the game. That's the nature of the game. Yeah, you signed up for it because you had researched about trucks, hadn't you? If not, now you're getting the research. But in Africa, you turn up and put your keys on the table. I'm a truck driver. Oh, it's not really a thing. It's not really a thing. It's for people who I don't know. But with me, those are things that don't matter to me. I beat that already. I don't care about impression. I care about inside, what I got.